What's wrong with you, boy? Oh, don't you ever talk to me like that, boy! One, two, three. Get him out of here. Oh my goodness. Here to get to know the millionaires. We have this podcast, Running with Millionaires, is about running. It's about running, but these guys don't just run. They also obviously own a business. They all run businesses that are to be in an organization that we're in. They have to have a business generally that has 2 million or more in annual revenue, and or 10 employees or more. And all of these guys that you see here on the court are entrepreneurs. They're grinding it out. Some of them have much larger businesses, some smaller. But we're all obviously very close friends, and we're out here to play basketball to kind of see what we got. And we're going to do some commentary to tell you who some of these people are. But we got, I think, 32 people that came out for this. You can see that none of them are all that good at basketball, but they're all very good at sports. I guess we kind of thought that since one of them is a former UF record holder for the three-point shots, that he would be a superstar out here. But
he hit one.
He did hit one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, he's done pretty good out here, but his main job so far has been to talk the opposing team into not putting up a defense. So you actually in real life are not a referee, are you? You're a big shot attorney. And as I understand that you drive a Bentley Bentayga, and we tried to get them, because you insisted you wanted to be able to drive onto the court in your Bentley.
Right, that's still happening, right?
They would not allow it because it is in fact called the Kia Center. There's a Kia sitting up there in the rafters, and it says Kia Center right here. So it's not the Bentley Center, they told us. It's the Kia Center.
We can work on that, yeah.
Does that make you just want to storm out of here?
Well, first off, you lied to me because you never told me that we weren't allowed to drive the Bentley. I thought that's the whole point of why I'm still here.
I will honestly say that when Riley first cooked up this crazy idea, I really did imagine that we were going to drive on here with the Bentleys and with the Rolly and with the Lamb.
Yeah.
And they didn't allow any of that.
Oh, yeah. All right. So let's start with your name. Luke Parsons. Okay. And you own a business?
Part of a family business. So
okay. What's yours?
Sales trucks. Independent. So we don't have new trucks, but we have commercial trucks with the sales and updates.
All right. Let's see. Have you guys ever had a problem in your business where you didn't think the business was gonna fail, or you wouldn't be able to keep your business? Anything any struggles? Big struggles?
Man, not quite that drastic. Definitely. COVID was probably a huge thing. We sell trucks, things was back to run, and everything was getting shut down. So that was a little concerning. But we have an RV dealership as well. That thing crashed, and then as soon as people realized that they could still travel and nothing super drastic there. That'd probably yeah, we're been up and down. The election changed some things. Last year was a little bit tough. Interest rates are high. But we're pretty steady, but we got some good plans.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Who am I guarding? Yeah, give it to Luke.
Come on, Luke. I want shots on you. No! Oh, Hail Mary.
Idea. That's in. Shoot it.
3. Oh, hey. My God. If you make that, at least.
No. She gets.
So we saw you playing. How do you think you played?
Yeah, getting the cobwebs.
Okay. The threes were hitting. Yeah, okay. Have you had like any like mess up thing, like things where you're like worried that it wasn't gonna work out? Anything like that where you just leave like cards on you?
Yeah, well, between getting the big list from Orlando to Titusville, regards, that was a big change. It was good. Feel comfortable, something worth the risk of leaving where we were stable and opening up a whole new side of things, but it prospered and we're doing good.
Awesome. All right, how was starting the business? How was that like?
Oh man, hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, like no money, but I started just being a salesman, selling insurance products to clients and helping clients out. I got to a point where I needed to recruit more agents because I was getting a lot of referrals. So that's when I decided to start the agency. I want to work training agents, recruiting agents, teaching them how to sell, teaching them marketing strategies so that they can get their own clients. Been doing it 6 years. So far, business is over $5 million a year. We have 150 agents. We have about 27,000 clients now that we serve. So different, but yeah, God has been good.
Awesome. Any like big mistakes that you think you've made that you would have gone back and wish you could have gone back and not done?
Yeah, plenty. Man, when I started my first 2 years, I made no money, man. I was actually putting out of my money to help sustain the business. And it was because I didn't know a lot about business operations. So I was good at sales and marketing, but I didn't know about how to run a business from an operations standpoint. So, I had to learn how to build processes, how to duplicate myself. And, that was tough.
What business do you own?
I don't actually own a business.
Don't own a business.
I work for a large financial institution that works with business owners, specifically around growth strategies and exit planning. So I was invited to C12 as I offered a different perspective and resource that a lot of business owners eventually want when they get to a certain stage of growth.
What does C12 have? Like, what impacts has that had on your career?
I think I had a very specific thought as a prayer of finding a place in the community where faith intersects with the business community. And that's what led me to C12 and the community that these guys have and just the level of transparency and just talking about how they can bring God into everything that they're doing from the foundation of their business and how they share faith with their business has just been really transformative in terms of how I understand what's possible.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. You mind if I interview you real?
Good for fun.
All right,
Phil,
Collins.
nickname's Gator.
Gator. All right.
Either one.
Switch it up. I'm gonna use Gator.
There you go.
All right. So what's your business? What business do you own?
So I'm in roofing. So used to be in corporate. Now I'm in roofing. I'm learning from the best roofer. Right now is just proposing my cousin. So I got a great mentor and coach.
Oh goodness, you're related to Brian.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. You're part of C12, right?
I am. I'm getting ushered in. My cousin is ushering me in, goes him and Brian, and it's been a good experience. So I think when the next one starts, when they branch, then I'll probably be
join
involved.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Awesome. Oh, where do you see your business or like your career? Where do you see that in like the next 10 years?
I got a great measuring stick with my cousin, of course, my mentor, and the projected path he sees, and I'm right on course. So in about a year or 2 years, we're gonna do this. So I'm busting my tail.
Awesome. That's all.
Out there.
Yeah. Do you have any kids?
I have 4 children.
Four children?
I have 2 that are married. I have 5 grandkids. They're up in Indiana. I have 2 youngest ones. My youngest daughter is 21. My youngest son is 19. So, and I'm married.
Very cool.
28 years.
Very cool. Thank you.
Not a problem, man. I thought you were going to be about the basketball. I was going to say you were getting down to pick and rolls and all that stuff, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. No problem.
told you to protect me here.
All right. So, we're interviewing. So, you got hurt out there?
Yeah.
Throw up
On my back.
Dang. All right. It wasn't fun out there at least?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Good.
Not bad for 66 years old, right? That's all. I'm like the other person on that court. I'm surprised I even lasted that
Yeah.
long.
That's pretty good. All right. Oh, what business do you own?
I have Evergreen.
Evergreen? Okay,
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that business?
Yeah, we have a solar company. We sell solar panels.
Okay.
And now we're hooked up with some of the roofing guys here, so
Okay.
they help us out.
Talk to
too.
them, yes.
Yeah, and then also Simple does our marketing, so that's good.
Oh, crazy.
Some
okay.
of our marketing too. Yeah.
Pretty
cool.
You're part of C12, right?
Yes.
When did you join the C12? You know?
In September.
September this.
Last year.
Last
Yeah.
year. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. How do you think that's? Do you think that's affected your like business in any way?
Oh, absolutely. In a big way.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you give some thought on that?
Well, when I first walked in, I felt like that God was part of it. And it was very important. Because at that time, the company was going through a lot of trouble. And so I came in at the right time, and a lot of Christian men around me. And that's what you need when you get into these situations. To have a bunch of Christian men behind you praying with you. That's cool.
How long have you had your business?
Well, I've had it for 5 years.
5 years now. And what would you say is one of the hardest parts of your business? Like, or one of the bumps in the road, one of the struggles?
One of the biggest struggles we had is we were a master dealer, and so I threw all my eggs in one basket, and that wasn't good. Because when that company went under, it almost took us under with it.
Okay.
How did you work through that?
We're working through it. It's a working in progress. It's a work in progress. Yeah. With God's grace, let me tell you. Yeah. Believe me, if it wasn't for God's grace, I wouldn't even be here. So. Amen.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Now, if I could walk, I'll be okay. Thank you.
Are watching this and they see this big empty stadium. And
Yeah.
we're here just to play with a bunch of old dudes playing basketball. You think that was a big giant waste of money, Ref?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Because first off, I mean, the important part is we got to see my incredible skills,
Okay.
right, as a referee, and that's priceless. I'm
Okay.
fairly sure. So I don't know what we paid.
You can't put a price on that. You actually in real life are not a referee, are you? You're a big shot attorney. And as I understand it, you drive a Bentley Bentayga, and we tried to get them because you insisted you wanted to be able to drive onto the court in your Bentley.
Right, that's still happening, right?
They would not allow it because it's in fact called the Kia Center. There's a Kia sitting up there in the rafters, and it says Kia Center right here. So it's not the Bentley Center that told us. It's the
We
Kia
can work
Center.
on that, yeah.
Does that make you just want to storm out of here?
Well, first off, you lied to me because you never told me that we weren't allowed to drive the Bentley. I thought we were. That's the whole point of why I'm still here.
I will honestly say that when Riley first cooked up this crazy idea, I really did imagine that we were going to drive on here with the Bentleys and with the Rolly and with the Lamb.
Yeah.
And they didn't allow any of that. But I will say that if you saw me play basketball, I think you can tell why it'll sweat playing basketball.
It was quite the the physical ability.
If I had one drop of sweat for every even time I shot at the basket, never mind made a basket, I would have like six drops of sweat.
Isn't it scary that a couple of these guys are actually decent? Yeah. I mean, not now that they're 90, but you could tell a couple years ago when they were younger. Yeah.
I would just say that really sums it up. I hope these men are better at business than they are at basketball.
That's a great, let me just say this. I don't think that's a hard bet. They definitely must be better at business than basketball because you can't be much worse than basketball than what they were tonight.
Yeah. No,
yeah, I felt bad. I was supposed to come out here and be a really hard ref, and it was so hard because they missed everything anyways. Yeah.
Because what we're going to do at this point, this is the pay the ref to eject a player of your choice.
Oh, I like this.
I like this. We're going to do at this point.
Yeah.
And but I have to pay the ref.
Yeah.
He's a big shot lawyer, so he's not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have this $100 bill, and you probably think I'm going to give that to you.
That's going in my pocket. MVP. He's totally focused.
He's really thinking he's going to win.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to win this competition. He's very competitive.
Yeah, what's your what happened here? Oh, he just knocked us down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hold that for you.
No, you're still in the game. We have to, as soon as you're done,
I mean, if it's for $100, I can definitely do that.
Well, it is not for $100. The problem is it's not your $100. It's going to go to Dan for ejecting you. Oh, and he's out.
Oh, no. George, we don't sing one while last. Oh, right.
Oh, nice. Oh, Riley, this is it.
Oh, you got time, Riley.
You got time. If you didn't hit the ball,
I didn't hit it. You threw it in the
Oh, he's getting angry. He's angry.
Oh, yeah.
His temper. Is that a technical?
Yeah.
Is that a technical?
Yeah, technical.
Yeah, I need to have somebody help carry this guy. He's
$100
to eject this player from the game.
All right, you just have to roll with this.
We don't have security.
oh my gosh, Dan, you know how heavy I am? Oh my. Security! Oh, this got to be a liability. You're an attorney. This is really impressive.
Sometimes you just got to kick people out. Yeah.
Hey guys, if you watch my content, you probably own a business and I would love to one-on-one with you. I'd love to talk with you about the things I always talk about. 3 things. What would have to be true to 10x your business? What can be done to make your business easier to run? And what can be done to reduce risk in your business? I'd love to talk about those things with you. If you want to just click, there's in the description below, there should be a link to a Calendly. You could set up a free one-on-one with me. Love to spend some time on the phone with you, just talking through your story. Maybe obviously my ulterior motive is to get you to come onto the podcast, but I don't mind if you don't want to get onto a podcast. I'd love to just have a one-on-one with you if I can give you some help. So if you're a Christian business owner, I mean, any size business, any type of business, I'd love to help you. So go ahead and click the link below, get onto a Calendly so you and I can have a talk. I'd love to help you if I can. I'd love your help with my business if you have some advice for me. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of our community.